I think one of the most profitable areas in crypto for the next season is going to be AI crypto coins. And I'd say today's been a really good day with a lot of the coins we know and love also given some love back by giving us a nice juicy pump. But there's a difficult part when it comes to AI coins, which is that some of the most exciting ones I often share with you guys, like Render or Fetch, or even things like Tau, are already crazy high in terms of market cap. Because for example, we've been talking about Render for such a long while, and it's up 10% today, which is amazing, but it's at $1.8 billion worth of market cap. Fetch, again, at the 100th position, not doing too amazing today, but still at roughly $500 million worth of market cap. AGX, $350 million worth of market cap, and Tau, one of the craziest performers of the day, up 20% roughly. Echelon Prime actually also up 20%. Tau has a market cap of reportedly 2.7 billion. There's some issues with it, which is why the number is not showing so perfect, but you can understand that this AI space is already pretty huge, right? And the thing is, I think we're only steps into all this, meaning that even though these numbers look crazy high, I think they're still very low. And now on the channel, I've also shown you guys a couple of different coins that are coming up that have not even launched yet that I'm extremely bullish on in the AI sector. And if you didn't catch on to that yet, just wait a couple of days. I'll do a video more in depth as to how exactly to buy these coins, because a lot of you guys have been requesting that. But one thing I see very often as well is which coins are you looking at that are low in market cap but have high potential? And I'll tell you straight up, there are so many. I have bought into so many different coins at a low market cap, and today I'll try to explain a little bit more as to what I'm looking for and why, but also just about a pretty juicy AI coin that I've been holding for a good while that has some pretty good upside, because it's pretty hard to find the right AI coins with the right team. And I'm not saying that this one is going to perform the best. I'm personally a big fan of diversification. Get yourself a couple of coins in the AI basket. I'm trying to give you guys 10 or 12 or 15 to look into, and then pick for yourself which ones you like the most. I've done videos about so many. Then go to the gaming sector. Take a look at 15 of the coins I talk about, pick a few, or perhaps do your own research and add to your portfolio to hopefully end up with some crazy gains. That's ultimately the goal. Anyway, so one of the coins you might have seen come by a couple of times on my channel already is called Acria. And here's one of the funniest things. I've known these guys for so long. I know they've been building so hard, but the price hasn't really been doing too well. And that's actually where I think things are pretty funny, is the fact that the moment something flickers, things can happen really quickly. And so the reason I'm still holding on here, you might ask, right? Why did I actually, matter of fact, buy more Acria at these low levels is because I know the team is pretty solid. They've not gotten some of the exchange listings yet, but I know the team is very solid. And I've seen it happen before where prices come down a lot from the initial point that I bought at, for example, and then spike really crazy, really fast. I'll give you a very good example of another coin that I bought extremely early, almost gave up on, and now it made me tons of money. Take a look. So this is a coin, Solana, in the DeepIn sector. I'd say DeepIn/AI as well. And this is one of the coins that I could have told you about a while back. So just so you guys have an understanding, here is where I bought in. At 10 cents, it started at 23, but I bought the early sale. I think I sent the money in like November of 2021, I think, or so. And you can kind of see how that went. You can see the price did a quick spike of 45 cents or so, and then it was only down. You can see here, right? This is what, 3-4 months ago or so. It's sitting at 1.1 cent. So I was basically down 90% on my money or so, even though the bull market basically already started again, like all the way back here basically. But that's where the funny part comes in. If I had told you about the project right here, most people would have called me an idiot and stupid. But then I'm like, well, but the team quite proper, underlying tech, underlying idea quite proper. And now if we kind of zoom out for a little bit, you can see how the prices performed all of a sudden. That's the funniest part about this crypto space. I try to sometimes nitpick a couple of these coins that are very low, that I just bought early, and I kind of add in case things do moon. So whenever you see some coin that's really, really low on market cap, don't quickly rush it away, because that's often where the craziest of gains are. Again, I'm not saying put a full portfolio in it, because even with Solana, for example, $1,000 in would have been, let's say, $170,000 right now. So $100 in would have still been $17,000. So don't think you have to go for crazy numbers or so. But that's sometimes why I put tiny little bags here and there. And now here over on the website, you can also see they're trying to build a lot, which some people might see as bad, some people might see as amazing. They're trying to go for a lot of different things at once. The way I personally see it is more areas can pop off. Like for example, one of the products being the AI marketplace, but that has a specifically different token for the marketplace that I told you guys about really early. I'm talking like a week or so in when I did a video about some of my top AI coins, where I also talked about Acria and Acria AI market, and the price has done extremely well since then. The only problem is it's up roughly 800%, I think, since I made that video. But obviously liquidity is pretty small here because it's a very small coin. But yeah, not too much volume. It's not going too crazy, but it's nice to see we're up 800% from the last video. And that's in the crypto space, just how quickly things can go. And again, there's not only one crypto of this sort. Mostly why I'm making the video here is to show you one coin that I bought early that's down a lot. And a lot of my friends say, Dusty, sell your coins, sell them. If you got $100 left, sell it right now, get out. And I tell them, you know, yeah, I understand why I should maybe sell the $100, get my $100 back and go again. But to me, the $100 is not really going to do too much. It's kind of like neglectable. But if we get another little, again, I use this as a comparison a lot. If we get another Nosana, which again, is just so surprising to me, you can realize how fast things can go from 1 cent to $1.50 in 3 months. I bought it in 2021. In 2023, the end of 2023, right? 2 years later, it was down 90%. Or even more perhaps, from its all-time high was down 99% or so. And then it just breaks all records. And that's why I keep saying, if it's in a sector that's really hyped up, it takes a very slight little spark for things to just spiral out of control and pop off like crazy. The right narrative could be AI or Solana or meme coin or this or that. There's many meme coins as well that most people thought would be worthless. And if the price went down, they thought, will never come back, but sometimes they do. And that's why very often you guys DM me with projects that I think are completely garbage, because that's what they might look like to me, just as a casual observer. But perhaps there's something you know that I don't. And so I take everything extremely seriously when somebody sends me a recommendation, because at the end of the day, we're all biased and we don't know everything. Very often, somebody out there knows more than you do, so I always take it into consideration. And so once more, I'll come back to it by saying, I am not telling you guys right now to go crazy on this one coin. It's relatively small, doesn't have the craziest amount of volume, but I am telling you, it is, by the way, it's because I also like the man. Maybe you've seen him at a couple of conferences before, the project. I've made some videos about the conferences, so you could have... No, but in all seriousness, maybe it's never going to pop off. It's possible. But it's the AI narrative, extremely small coin, properly built, and yeah, again, you guys can call me crazy, but I'm going to say it, down a lot. I'm just looking for more juicy AI coins that can go really crazy. And if you guys have got recommendations, let me know down below. Here's one of the ones I bought early and I'm still holding, and I bought some more of just in case, because you see how quick things can go. There's definitely a chance that we'll be making a video about this in a few months from now where the price is just absolutely hammered the dollar mark or even higher than that. It's all possible. Things can move really fast. And I should add one more thing, and that is that I'm not even 1000% sure if the data on CoinMarketCap is fully correct, or if they just aggregated it in a false way, or perhaps this pair was added later, something like that. Because over on the BNB pair, you know, Acria to BNB, it's actually throughout the whole duration of its cycle only been in an uptrend. Anyway, to get back to it, I still think you'll make crazy amounts of money just going for these coins as well. Like for example, a 𝗬, even though it's up 20% today and already at a crazy high market cap, so don't get it twisted. I think a render, even though it's in the top of the top spot here, even though it's got a lower market cap than 𝗬, has still, again, got massive potential. But that's the difference between something just 10xing because the sector 10x's, or like with Nosana, where I caught on to that 100x or even a 150x, to be exact, a 170x. And then as the sector grows, hopefully another 10x. And people don't understand just how powerful that can be. $1,000 invested. And again, even TikTok banned my video when I talked about this. $1,000 invested a couple months ago was right now worth $170,000. But it's still relatively small. A lot of people are still buying into Nosana right now, which is why the price is doing so well. I still think it could easily 10x, honest truth. I'm not telling you to go buy it, not at all. I'm not buying more because I've got a freaking ton of it, but I'm too hesitant and too scared to sell because I do believe the project is pretty freaking smart, especially because they were able to do 100 to 70x. Who am I to sell that, right? I sold a good chunk at like 55 cents because I was happy to take some profit, and now I'm just riding the freaking wave. But then if it 10x's again, $1,000 to $170,000, but then $1,000 to 1.7 million. And would it be the craziest thing? I personally think it could even do a 30x. And so sometimes I sit here and I just scroll through this list here, thinking of which ones to pop up, right? For example, this one went really trendy on all the launch pads recently, had a pretty good launch, I think on Bybit and a couple other exchanges. And I scroll through here sometimes, just sometimes. Here's, for example, a project I was in early as well. I still think they've got such a good product, but they're a little bit unlucky with the way the price has been performing, but I think they've got something juicy going on. And so forth and so on. A lot of these have got $1,000 in, a couple $1,000 in, a couple $100 in for some, just because I am so bullish on the AI narrative. And honest truth be told here, the two ways to go are either you go crazy on some of the things that have very high conviction, or you go a little bit less crazy, but you go a little bit of let me just try a whole boatload of stuff because I just don't know which one's going to pop off. And I personally think this first sector is better if you've got significant sums of money. You want to play it safe. You want to go for the guaranteed bets. If you go for Ethereum, for example, I personally think it will at least triple over the next couple of years. Tripling your money in a couple of years is good, especially if you've got some money already. Whereas on the opposite side, a lot of people have got $5,000 to their name, looking to turn that into 5 million, you know? Obviously, that's a little bit harder to do with Ethereum. Perhaps if you're trading, I guess, you understand the picture. But yeah, those are just my thoughts. Just wanted to share some stuff out there. Some of the things I'm buying really low in market cap. Some people will call me stupid for it, but I hope that we're going to look back at these videos in a few months from now and think, Dusty, you see, that was a good move to just go for some crazy low caps. And again, I speak from firsthand experience when I tell you that it can be life-changing to just put even $10 into some crazy projects here and there that have got the right narrative, because it's a lot about hype. It's a lot about being at the right place, the right time. And I think AI or gaming is a very good way to go. But yeah, that's about it.